Hello out there. Yeah, I don't know if any of you watched the debates last night. I thought old Sandstorm won that one. You got the best old Newton, Romney, they kind of taking punches at each other. Don't think Newt had a real good night. I think Romney got the best ones in on him. The one ad going around talking about Newt resigning and disgrace and all this stuff. People really need to look into that and see what the truth of it is. The way I understand it, they charged him with a bunch of stuff. He lawyered up. He asked the Republicans to go ahead and initiate action against him. They found him not enough evidence or whatever. Cut him loose. His lawyer then didn't do the right paperwork, so he had to end up paying, I don't know, $300,000 or something in lawyer's fee back to the government. Then a couple years later, he resigned when basically the Republicans lost the House. So I don't know. I don't see it as that big of a thing. But another thing he's yakking at was him saying Hispanic language is the language of the ghetto or something. And what Newt was saying was when you can't speak English and you speak, the language of the ghetto, whatever it is, it's not English. It makes it hard to get a job. So I don't know. Myself, I think if anybody's watched any of my videos, I don't like Mitt. I think he's just a lighter shade of Obama. His record shows it. Go back and look what he voted for. Look what he said. So anyway, looking in the news, I guess they're going to redistrict over down there in Florida. I don't know if any of you guys know who Allen West is, but pretty much the Republicans and Democrats are both trying to squeeze him out. Maybe he talks too much or makes too much sense or something. But anyway, the big thing here was going around. Obama's talking about, he got this war classes going on and stuff, and he's always talking about people paying more taxes. I don't know if a lot of you understand taxes or pay capital gains tax. When he talks about the 15% that Romney pays and Buffington pays, and most people with enough money where you're living off your interest or you're living off your investments, they pay a capital gains tax. What is that? Okay, when I work and I get a check every week or every 2 weeks or whatever, that's an employment tax. They take out tax on what I make. Okay, if I make enough money and invest it, say I bought a house I wanted to fix up. So, wife and I, we scrimp and we save up enough money to put a down payment on an extra house. We go in there and fix it up, resell it. Well, we pay off all our bills we had on it, accumulated on it, the price of the house and what it cost to fix it up, our interest on the note and all that stuff. Then whatever's left over, that's a capital gain. Okay? Now the government goes in, if I've had that for a year, the rate's 15%. Okay? Now is it right that I took the money that I worked and paid for and saved, I bought something, I made money on it when I sold it, and they taxed me 15% again? Is that right? Is it right to get taxed at 30 or 40%? It's the same principle, only when people have got millions of dollars, they invest millions of dollars, and then they have $1 million left to live on, and they get taxed at 15%. I don't see that's a problem. Let's look at that a different way. Say I do real good, I got some money laying around, and I want to invest it into stock. Well, if stock does good, then I make money on it, then I pay my 15% tax. If I lose that money, I can only take off $3,000 off of taxes. It don't matter if I lost $100,000, I can only take $3,000 off. So it's a capital gain tax, but it's only if you gain it. If you win, you pay a tax. If you lose, you're just host. When they go to 30%, what will happen, a lot of these investors won't be investing money. Your companies sell stock. They take the money they get from the stock and use it for capital. All capital means is money. Cash, money, whatever you want to say it. Okay, they take that and invest it back in their company to grow it, add more people, add more machineries or whatever. The profits they make, they turn right around and sell it, trade it out to dividends and shareholders or whatever. And that's how the whole thing works. So I don't really see why people are getting all roared and roar over this capital gains tax. What I really can't understand is why more people don't come in and explain the two differences is. If I make, $50,000, $60,000 a year, I want to pay a percentage of my wages out in employment tax. If I save that money and invest it and make something on my investment, then I pay another 15% on it. To me, it looks like double taxation. But, I don't know, it don't seem like many people really care. They just want the rich to pay more. Right now, the rich, the top 10% people in America, pay 70% of the taxes. To me, that's a pretty good chunk. If I'm paying 30% tax, and I make $100,000, and I pay 30% tax, and I'm making $1 million, well, I think the million pays a lot more taxes. I don't think they pay less. If you really want to get into it, let's go in and cut all some of these loopholes and stuff off of it. Let's cut away your deductions. Better yet, let's go to a fair tax. That way you don't have no taxes at all. The only time you get taxed is when you buy something. They say, well, that hurts the little man. No, it don't. The little man buys little things. He gets paid a little. He gets taxed a little. The rich people, they're the ones that buy the yachts, the 3 or 4 homes, the big fancy cars, and they get taxed on it. So we pay tax a lot. I think it's pretty simple. So, with that, I think I'll get out of here. Just wanted to remind people, the 3%ers out there, they're not your enemy. They're not here to destroy America. The 3%ers have rose to where they are in case the Tea Party fails. Because damn sure can't trust the GOP. Too many of them are liberals. With that, peace out.